Maybe they talked about this with the courts in person. Well, it turns out, incredibly, there were no hearings by the courts on these FISA warrant applications. These historic FISA warrants targeting Carter Page. And look, you hear Carter Page, don't be distracted. It was all about Donald Trump. If you read these warrant applications, they're available on our website at judicialwatch.org. You will see it's all about targeting Donald Trump. And we had asked for the transcripts. The Justice Department initially told us there were no transcripts. We asked the court just a few weeks ago, we filed a motion with the FISA court, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court that handles these proceedings, asking for them to release transcripts. We hadn't heard from them. But finally, the Justice Department late last night filed a brief in our case suing for these records. And this is what they disclosed to Judicial Watch. I'm going to need my glasses, put my disguise on here. The National Security Division of the Justice Department, FOIA, consulted Office of Intelligence, again with the Justice Department, to identify and locate records responsive to our FOIA request. The Office of Intelligence determined that there were no records, electronic or paper, responsive to our FOIA request with regard to Carter Page. The Office of Intelligence further confirmed that the Foreign Surveillance Court considered the Page warrant applications based upon written submissions. It did not hold any hearings. So these courts rubber stamped spying on the Trump team. That's how I read it. They didn't hold one hearing on the initial application, not one hearing on the renewals, even though in the renewals, the Justice Department starts making noises about the source having problems, Christopher Steele. And they knew it was targeting President Trump, and they didn't bother holding one hearing. Isn't that outrageous? And these were 4 different courts. So you had the initial application, and then 3 subsequent renewals. It wasn't before the same judge. It was 4 different federal court judges. And this is the way the FISA court works. It's the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. These are proceedings that are conducted in secret. They're not subject to public disclosure typically. This is the first time ever FISA court warrant applications have ever been released. First time in history. So it's rare to be able to get them. Various federal court judges are assigned to terms on this Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, I think by the Supreme Court, the Chief of Justice of the Supreme Court, in this case, Justice Roberts, Chief Justice Roberts. So there's a revolving door of, not a revolving door, but essentially the court changes. The judges on the court change from time to time after their terms are up. So, but not one of these federal court judges who were given this awesome responsibility to conduct these secret court proceedings, these classified proceedings, where the government comes in and asks for spy warrants on American citizens because they're deemed to be acting as agents for a foreign power. And they were throwing this dirt at President Trump, and not one judge thought enough to hold a hearing. And I tell you what, if they're not doing this on spy warrants targeting President Trump, you can bet they're not doing it on any spy warrants or in sufficient ways on spy warrants targeting any other American citizen. It seems to me, if this is the way it behaves, this is the way the court is on spying on President Trump, can you imagine what it is